Tuesday. I never could get the hang of Tuesdays. Oh, hello. Welcome to Terry on Tuesday. Yes, it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Day today, where I, as promised, I've got my Arthur Dent dressing gown on, and I'm going to show you, and show myself in fact, everything I've done on Marvin so far. Well, all the bits that I have at home with me. There are some bits that aren't. So, come with me on an intergalactic voyage into the middle room where we will see how far we are in the Marvin factory. Right, lost that boiling hot thing. Come with me. Okay, mostly one, about 80% of a paranoid android there. Starting from, well, you can basically make out the shape. Head should go there, there's his eyes. Turntable for the neck, turntables for both arms. Shoulder mount, metal plates for the sides on both sides. Upper arm, half of a forearm, original old forearms, those two bits that were going to be replaced. Hand, another hand, thighs missing, skirt, torso with front and back plates, chest unit and side parts, shins and feet. So we're missing ankles, we're missing thighs, we're missing head. Head is made but being painted and sorted. Let's go through a few bits. As you can see, it's very big. My feet are about size 9.5, 10, and these feet are designed so I can fit my feet in with my trainers on. Okay, shins, now I see it all together. Shins look like they are probably a bit large. I could maybe make them a little smaller to fit my weedy legs in, which would give them more room to fit into the thighs, which aren't here at the moment, but they look very much like the shins. Why are we going out of focus? Don't be silly. Now, skirt, as you can see, is made of vac-formed clear plastic. It's in two halves. It's actually concertinaed flat a little bit at the moment. It should be a proper square, but it just means lifting up. So it fits onto the torso, which, as you can see, is an MDF box. When it wants to focus, an MDF box in two halves, and it has vac-formed white front and back panels and aluminium laser cut sheets on the sides. The torso has to come in half for me to put the thing on. The hands down here are basically going to be hinged, and I've got some bobblies to go on the sides of the wrists. The bar that goes down the middle in between the two mandibles. And here we have some non-canon parts, chrome letters that are going to go on his back. I know the original Marvin doesn't have those, but I want him to have his name on show. And also on his back is this. It's going to be this. A nice chrome plate I've had engraved that says dedicated to Douglas Adams, Stephen Moore, David Lerner, share and enjoy. So that's going to go on the back. Right, what else can I tell you about? Okay, let's talk a bit more about TV versus movie Marvin. Oh, I got to stop standing on this board. Okay, this chest unit, painted lovely by Paul Boshan, is configured to be the movie version, or the upgraded version since the TV show. The TV show, some of these buttons were falling off. I think there were only 3 left. But on the TV show, he had circuit boards. These are made by Gavin Smith, who made the entire thing. There was a small one there. Yeah, that's right. And a large one at the top. But I have decided to go with the Disco Light plastic stuff, which is the same for his eyes, and put some LEDs behind so they'll flash. And also LEDs in the center panels where you can see green and red dots there. They will be LEDs. These are, I think, maybe a little bit big. May have to redo those, make them a bit smaller. The head, as I said, is away. at Workbench Designs being... oh, come on, focus please. It would be nice if you could focus. The head is being painted and filled professionally, because I made a mess of it, admittedly. This is a 12-inch turntable, Lazy Susan as they call it, that I can fit my head through, which is going on the torso, like so, and connecting the head to the body so I can turn the head. We've got some chrome flat screw covers there, which will be used on the face. And these are the lenses for his eyes, which are essentially the same prismatic disco plastic, covered, and the front of it is covered by orange perspex, so when there's a light behind it, they'll look lovely and depressed. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is almost there. We'll go around the other side. If this camera can decide to focus, it would be awfully nice of you if you did. Come on, please. There we go. The shoulder mounts are connected to the turntables. Turntables are connected to the sheet aluminium. Let's get down here so you can see it. And oh, please focus. Very, very bad camera. Yeah, so do you know what? I'm going to change to a different camera. Okay, change to the tablet camera to see if there's any better. I don't know if it is, but anyway, as you can see, well, the light isn't great in here anyway. So what I was saying, the turntables for the arms are fixed to there. Fixed to the turntable is the shoulder mount, and that will be glued to the upper arm, which you can see is huge. And my arm goes through all of that, pivots at the elbow. These will be replaced with bigger ones. That's the top half of a bigger one. You can see the difference. The curve is actually the same size, the radius, but it needs to be a little bit bigger. And then it goes into the arm. Now, with Marvin, you carry the entire weight of the top half of the costume and the arms and the head on your shoulders. So it needs a lot of padding underneath there, under the shoulders, to keep him up, which is why everything else is trying to be as light as possible. The thighs and shins will be hanging off a belt on me, a bit like a stormtrooper suit, and the ankles and feet will literally just sit on my feet. They're light enough to walk around in. I also have a voice kit. I've got lighting kits coming for the chest, so he'll have lots of LEDs. He'll have lights in his eyes, looking orange and depressed, and he'll have a voice kit. And I'm hoping then that the speaker will be mounted somewhere inside the torso. Wires will run down the arms, and I'll have buttons inside the mandibles to press, which will fire off one of over 100 Marvin quotes. Short and long quotes, yeses and nos, and general rants about life being terrible. So, looking at this and comparing it with seeing the real thing, it's dawned on me that obviously there's a sizing issue. I've got a feeling, I mean, I know for a fact that the chest unit is 99% the right size. So I have a feeling that the torso and skirt should be a little bit bigger. But I'm pretty sure from what I remember, the feet are bang on, and I think the shins could do with being a little smaller. I even got a feeling that the hands, made really nicely, modeled and 3D printed by Martin Norton. Thanks, Martin. I think they could stand with being a little smaller, but because this is a costume that I'll be wearing for, like every costume, a couple of hours at a time, I think comfort is probably more important than super accuracy. I've gone off the whole idea of movie accuracy with any costume, because A, you've got to do it within your own budget and conditions and everything else, and B, the general public really don't care. You may care, you may be a perfectionist, and you may want it 100%, but to me, 99.5 will do. So yes, very exciting. Still lots and lots to do. Lots of filling and sanding, etc., etc. I've had so much help from so many people. Vac forming by Baz Lorimer on the chest. Gavin Smith did the chest unit. GR Laser did the arms, thanks to Clive for hooking me up with GR Laser. Martin Norton did the 3D printing on the hands and I think the forearms, unless the forearms was done by another chap, I can't remember. Yes, I think a different person did the shoulder mounts and the forearms. Who did the vac forming? Paul Jennings did the vac forming for the skirt. I did those. I did the feet. Steve Perbrick is due to pick the feet up at some point today. He's going to help me sand and get these looking a bit nicer. I'm going to get upstairs and get my printer running so I can print another, the rest of the forearm and another upper arm for this side. So that means mirroring the model for that one and flipping it over to the left arm. Thanks to Clive for doing the, well, it wasn't Clive, it was Dave Damon and a bunch of other people on the Marvin group for helping me model the head and getting it done nicely. There were other people involved. I don't have the names to hand, so I'm sorry if I've missed you out. But thanks to everyone's help, the head does look really nice. It still needs primer and painting, but I think the head is the focal part of any costume. I could have made the body out of cardboard. As long as the head looked good, people would be impressed. And the head does look impressive, so I can't wait to get him on there. Other little things that need to go on is on certain parts of the costume, like the top of the torso, that square there needs to be covered in black ribbed rubber, along with a few things on his legs, and pads on his feet need to have black ribbed rubber. And that's to avoid scratching and wear and tear, basically. Yeah, so generally, as you can see, he's a big robot. These sheets of wood that he's on are 8-foot sheets. And yeah, Marvin is about 6 feet tall, maybe a little taller. I would like to also give thanks to the wonderful David Lerner, who played Marvin and wore the suit in the TV show and said all the lines for the late, great Stephen Moore to dub over in his inimitable Marvin voice. You know, the late, great Alan Rickman did a great job of a take on Marvin in the movie, and Warwick Davis played Marvin in a completely different costume, but I love the original, which is why I made this one. Plus, I wouldn't fit into the movie Marvin. So, sorry for the shaky. This is where it stands. It's an awesome costume. I may have to make some kind of mannequin or frame to stand him on, but for now, I'm just going to keep plugging away as much as I can. I do have other jobs to do as usual. I'm always snowed under with stuff to do. And Marvin, like all my other projects, gets a half an hour here and a half an hour there whenever I can fit the work in. So I hope you enjoyed all that. It only goes to say, once again, thanks to everyone who's been helping me with this. And thanks to everyone for your patience and everything else. Oh, there's a good angle. So yes, more to come. I'll try and do another update when we get a bit further. Like I say, we'll look at getting the feet finished because they're quite easy. There's not much that needs doing on the feet. Got to start 3D printing on the upper arm and maybe assemble the torso. I'll let you know when the head comes back from painting, and we'll finish that off. Okay, now back to the idiot. So, there you have it. There's Marvin. I hope you found that interesting. It wasn't an amazing, piece by piece examination of it all, but you can see what I've done and where I've got so far. It's the first time I've actually laid everything out, so I can see exactly where everything is and the sizes in relation to everything else. So yeah. I hope you found that fun. No idea what I'm doing next week, as I always say, but do me a favour and do the like and subscribe thing. That would be nice. And also leave a comment if you like. And another project next week, most probably. So until then,
Take care now. Bye-bye then.